Hello, my peeps, and welcome back to Passionate People and Preposterous Peeves. I'm your host, Ike, and as you can likely tell from the title, this is not an episode. This is more of a news bulletin. So, there's going to be no episode today, obviously. And moving forward, there might be less episodes than normal. And not because I am scaling back, but rather because this is, to sound bombastic, this is the beginning of the end of this podcast. Um, Episode 35 came out last week. There are around 20 more. Probably more like 17, 18. I guess actually last week was episode 34. So likely 18 more episodes with a finale with myself and my editor being episode 53. Might be 54 if something happens, but most likely 53. So got 18 normal episodes left, and with the 19th to cap. The reason there's going to be no episode this week and that might be spotty moving forward is that I'm really going to be trying, as this podcast comes to an end, to get guests that I always wanted, kind of like check off bucket list items, people I'd always hoped to get. And now that this podcast is coming to a conclusion, it's kind of my last chance. So some of you might be wondering why that this is coming to an end. Plenty of you know me and know that this was a great passion of mine, and I really enjoyed it. It was kind of a dream come true, and it still very much is and was. However, as time has moved on, life has changed. The aspect that I kind of didn't mind has become bothersome, and it just isn't what it started out to be. A lot of you know this, but the reason I started this podcast was because of COVID, and I was very much isolated, and I couldn't stand it. I was kind of freaking out, and this is always something I wanted to do, so it's this great confluence of both. Now, more or less, COVID has come to a significant minimalization, and I don't need this as much. That's part of it. The other part of it is it's really hard, it's really taxing. And this is probably a personal problem, but I don't like really walking things back. So I don't really want to go to 2 days a month or a day a month. I would rather kind of go out on a high note, try to hit some awesome entries, and say farewell. So obviously this is, quite a bit of news ahead of time, as, 18 episodes... 19 episodes is going to be months. It's going to be close to 5 months. So, we're not ending until summer. However, I thought, let you guys know. And part of the reason I want to let you know is because that last episode, while it is a long ways off, I'm going to be plugging it likely every time that I remember to. And let you know that, send me and my editor your questions. Send it to DMs or just hit me up on Twitter at Like Ikes, or via email at passionandpeevespodcast@gmail.com. Read all of those, so please send any and all questions, and I'll answer any that sound appropriate and airworthy in our final episode. So please, as they come to you, send us the questions you'd like to, know the answer to. This doesn't come easy to me. This has been something that's been mulling around for a while, and yeah, this is taken a lot of crying and self-reflection to come to this conclusion. For those of you that are sorry I'm leaving, me too. But, all good things must come to an end. So I'm glad you enjoyed it and stuck around for this long. Hopefully stick around for the next 19 more. And I'll see you next week.